Hey guys, Facebook, I'm back. I've been doing some lives on Instagram, thought I needed to give y'all some love. So tonight I'm back doing some card readings for you. So just in case, as people start piling in, hi Diana, as people start piling in case you want to get in touch with me at all in the future, get it, the future? Here's where you can find me. I'll just leave this here for a second so you can write down any information. Awesome, awesome. So thanks guys for watching. Feel free to share in your groups. Feel free to share on your pages. Let's get the love going because I need you guys in order to do some readings. I also want to set a couple of ground rules because I'm here by myself tonight. So first of all, it's really important that you know I give you all the information that I get. If I'm not getting any information, I'm not going to make something up just because you want to hear it and it sounds pretty and nice and neat, like in a nice, neat Tiffany box. That's just not how I work, okay? So I'll give you everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fat, the skinny, the whole shebang, okay? Also, ultimately, you're making your own decisions. I'm just giving you some guidance. Thanks, Diana. Thanks for sharing. Whatever I say is never set in stone either, just so you know that. It's really important that you know that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Also, yeah, when the spirit world speaks to me, they speak to me, it's a whole other language, okay? So think of it in terms of, oh, how do I say this? Well, I guess you can just say a whole other language. So I'm interpreting information and translating it, okay? Which means there is room and opportunity for me to make mistakes. I'd love to say I'm perfect and all-knowing, but I'm not. I do my best. So, oh yeah, one other thing is I also have to figure out, oh no, it's on, but bear with me a second because a lot of times, I mean, right now we're at the beginning, but what happens is that a lot of people start piling in and there are a lot more of you than there are of me. Hi, Erin. So, I'm pretty much just taking these readings one at a time. Also, it's really important when you write in your question that you be really specific, okay? Because I will pass by and pass over general requests like, tell me about my love life. How about something more like, I was dating Ron and he all of a sudden stopped talking to me. What do you think is going on? Hey, Cindy. So the more specific of a question that you ask, the more likely I am to actually answer. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's not that I'm trying to be rude. It's not that I don't want to hear what you have to say. It's just that there are more of you than there are of me, and this is a time constraint situation, okay? So please be really, really specific with your questions. Also, the feed gets clogged. The feed gets clogged. So sometimes, you know, it takes a little while for it to come up. So just bear with me. Hey, Hilda. So just bear with me as we go along here, okay? So let's see. Has anybody written any questions yet? I don't see any questions yet. So as soon as someone writes in a question, I'll go ahead and start answering. I use cards. So the deck of cards that I use are Loteria cards and a regular deck of cards, playing cards. These I just got recently in Asheville. So I'm really excited about my new deck. So we have a question here. Oh, now it's going too fast. Okay, I'd love a card. What is the energy of me moving into a house with Mandy G? Thank you so much. That is also an example of a great question. So Erin, let's see. What is the energy of me moving into a house with Mandy G? First and foremost, I got to tell you, it feels good and it feels right. So I feel like you've made the right decision in terms of a roommate, although I do feel like you will at some point have to set a boundary with visitors. So how do I say that? How do I say that differently? You might have to tell Mandy, as much of a doll as she is, and it feels like she's a doll, you might have to tell her she's not always, like, it's not always cool to have her around. Like, you might want to have some time to yourself with other people if you're entertaining, just to let you know. So let's go here. The energy of me moving into a house with Mandy G. Oh, it's good. Yeah. Woohoo! Good and sweet. Actually, I think she's going to make a really great roommate. And I do feel like there will be a good, respectful boundary that you guys have with each other. So I don't feel, you know, there'll be a few kinks at the beginning to kind of work out, but it does feel like it is the right thing to do. And you made a good choice. And it feels like it's a go. Okay, it feels like it's a go. All right, so hopefully that helps. Thanks, Erin. All right, Diana, is it in my highest good to pursue financial legal compensation for that last old guy I was helping? Let's see here. Something doesn't feel right about that. Something feels like that you should not do that. So let me look into that. So the thing is, so this is the thing. This is what I feel about that. I feel like, yes, you can, but just be prepared. I mean, see, these are some of the cards that I got, right? Because you guys can't see. Be prepared to kind of, I guess you can call it win, but not as much as you want. And it's almost like more of a hassle. So it feels to me like, yes, you can go ahead and do it if you just want to go ahead and, you know, prove to fight to be right. But that's what it feels like. It feels like it's honestly just because that's how I just tell it like it is, tell the truth. It feels more like an egotistical thing. Like you need to be acknowledged and seen and heard about the situation versus, you know, what the best outcome is for you. So when you say highest good, you know, you just have to consider, because it feels like you might win, but you don't win nearly as much money as it's worth all the effort and time that you put in. So it's just something to kind of just think about. Of course, I'm not all-knowing. I don't have all the answers, but it's just something to consider. It feels more, and please forgive me if I'm like being a little bit blunt about it, but it does feel more like it's an egotistical thing versus, or at least in terms of where it would be coming from. Because though you would win, I don't feel like you would win a lot, and it would have been way worse and like more of a pain in the ass, let's just say. Thank you. Okay, Hilda. Okay, wait, hold on. Erin, the house hasn't shown up yet. That's okay. It's okay that the house hasn't shown up yet. The house will show up. Don't worry about it. This is just piggybacking backwards. It's fine. You made the right decision. Everything's coming into play. It's just a matter of getting more ducks lined up in a row. I will say this. It does feel like in terms of the contract, you want to make sure all I's are dotted and all T's are crossed. Okay, so just really make sure you're understanding the contract that you're signing. So it's more, that would be more of my concern. Okay, so thank you. All right. Hey, Roxana. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Natalie. Hey, Roxana. Hi, Terry. Are my deceased ones with me? Darling, they're always with you. Just to let you know, I'm not doing mediumship readings. I don't do mediumship readings on these lives. Those you can contact me one-on-one and we can book sessions privately. Also with psychic readings to go further and deeper into depth because I'm limited by time. But yes, Roxanne, you can, your deceased ones, your loved ones, your friends, family, your spirit people, they're always with you. There are some really general signs that have been pretty consistent when they do show up. So look for things like pebbles, pebbles, feathers, coins, and butterflies. So if you want to start a continue, let's say, a relationship with your loved ones, you can just call on them and start having a conversation with them and then start asking for signs that they're present. And then they might bring you butterflies or coins or pebbles, okay? So to answer your question, yes, they're always with you. They may be with you at different times in your life, though, depending on what you need and what's going on. So they may not be there 24/7 hanging on your shoulder going, hey, Roxanne, what's up? Let's party. Makes sense? Hopefully that helped. You're welcome. Okay. Hilda, should I change brokerages or stay put? Okay, when you asked me that question, the thing it feels to me is it feels like you're asking job-wise. Like maybe you're a broker or maybe you work with brokers or maybe you work in realty or is that a realtor or realty or something? It feels like that. It doesn't feel like you yourself are looking for a broker for your own home. So this is how it's coming across to me. I don't know if, if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You can validate me later. You know, there's a gentleman that it feels like there's a I don't know. I just lost the card. Sorry, guys, but this is how I roll. I don't always use cards. It feels like there's a certain gentleman in the current brokerage firm that's just kind of like he likes to poke. And I feel like he's kind of annoying, and I do feel like he's a bit of a troublemaker. So I don't know that you necessarily have to leave this brokerage. I feel like you might want to learn how to manage him, and there is a way to manage him, and it almost feels like you got to kind of massage his ego, okay? So I'm not getting like whether you need to leave or whether you need to stay. Like I'm just not getting that information, and I don't want to tell you something that you want to hear just because it sounds pretty. I just don't work that way. So I feel like you don't have to leave. It's really more of a choice. But I do feel like if you do stay, this gentleman, you need to learn how to manage him better, because he's just gonna kind of like, you know, get in your way in terms of moving forward. So hopefully that helps. Hi, Natalie. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you. I just came out of the shower, so it's not even fully done. But thanks, Natalie. I really appreciate that. Aubrey, been having a lot of synchronicity going on with change. Is this good change? Been having a lot of synchronicity going on with change. Is this good change? Well, all change is actually good. May not feel like it at the beginning, but ultimately it does play out for your best and highest good. It feels to me what's going on is that you're a little bit frazzled by it happening so fast and so often. And so it's the human blueprint to fear what we don't know. So it's almost like that's where you're coming from right now, is a place of fear. You're fearing all of this change because it's happening so fast. And if it was a little bit slower, you would be able to ease into it more. This is what I feel like I want to say. At any given moment, you have the answer within you. You just have to listen to it. Now, it shows up in your solar plexus area, which is like your gut. You know, we hear that term gut instinct. You'll either feel a tightening, or you'll feel nothing, or an expansion. What you really want to pay attention to are the tightenings, not so much the expansions or the nothings, but the tightenings. The tightenings are a firm no, okay? I don't feel like you're getting a firm no. To me, it feels like, yes, this change is good. It just may be uncomfortable right now because you're in it, and it's still, you're trying to get your footing, and there's some recalibration and integration that needs to go on. So to me, that's what it feels like. I'm excited for you that you've had in synchronicities, because what synchronicities mean is that it means you are in alignment and you're on the right path, okay? So it's just a matter of trusting and having faith that things will show up when the time is right and when you are spiritually and emotionally ready. But don't fear these, okay? Yes, I'm going to ultimately just say, yes, this change is good ultimately, even though it may not feel that at the moment, okay? Thanks for writing in, Aubrey. Roxanne, great. I know, right? Roxanne says, great question, Aubrey. It was a really great question. Diana likes me to be blunt. That's awesome. Hi, Claudia. Should I continue dating? Yes, 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 yes. I mean, and that came so, like, fastly. Fastly? Is fastly like bigly? Yes, it does feel like you should be, I'm going to pull a card on this, but it does feel like you should be, you should be, and it, sorry, sometimes when the information comes so fast, like my mouth can't speak fast enough. Yes, you should continue dating. As a matter of fact, the switch that needs to happen, because there is a switch in a mindset, is you need to start looking at it as a fun project to do. Okay, so it's not a chore, and right now you're viewing dating as a chore. And so when you're questioning, should I date or not, it's because you're coming from the wrong headspace and the wrong mindset and the wrong emotional feeling for it. Okay, I'd say stick with it, but see if you can make a game out of it, okay? And maybe that'll be more fun. I hope that helps. Hey, Zaida, I'm so excited to see you. Diana thanks me. That's exactly what I was worried about and weighing. Yeah, I'm glad that you're weighing that. It's really important because ultimately it's like, how are you going to win in the long run? And sometimes it's just better to just, you know, say no. So awesome. Okay. Hi, Colleen. So nice to see you. Hi, Natalie. Seems my life has made some major shifts. What might be in the health card? Okay, so you want, this is a health question. You just kind of want to know how your health is in general. It's a very general reading. I'm going to go ahead and do this one general reading, but I need more specific information if I'm going to take your questions. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just for time's sake. Also, please remember and please know I'm not a doctor and I don't make medical diagnoses. Okay, so it feels to me like there might be some challenges or difficulty with breathing. Do you understand that? I hope you understand that because it's not so interactive and there's a delay, but it feels like there's something going on with your chest or your throat. Or if, and it feels like it's connected. It feels like your entire system is off. I don't know why I feel like I want to say there's some, you know, this is what I have to say. Your entire system feels off, but it doesn't feel like it's terminal and it doesn't feel like it's like so not fixable. I hope that makes some sense. My recommendation to you is to see a functional medical doctor because it feels like there's probably been a lot of tests that you've had and everything's coming out okay, but there's still something deeper. To me, this feels like it's emotional instead of a physical thing. So it's emotional manifesting physically. That's the information I get. So I know that that's rather vague, but what's coming through really clearly, really strongly is for you to see a functional medical doctor instead of, well, in addition to or complementary to your Western medical doctor, okay? You'll probably find out a deeper root and a deeper cause, which will allow you to go ahead and tackle the root cause versus be put on medications that are probably not, it doesn't feel like it's fixing the problem. And it feels like this has been, I don't want to say chronic, like lifetime, but I feel like it's been around for a while. Like it didn't just show up. It's not acute. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Thanks, Natalie. Hi, Zia. You're welcome, Roxanne. Hi, Zia from Pakistan. You guys have got someone from Pakistan here. Woohoo. Okay, let's see here. Hi, April. Okay, Emily, how is the energy reading? How is the energy reading? My move, new job next week. Okay, I think you want to know how your move and new job that's taking place next week is gonna go. That's the way I'm interpreting this. Just remember, guys, when you write in your questions, please don't write in like vague questions. This one's really good because she's talking about specifically next week. She wants to know what's going on specifically. So questions like, hey, what's my health like? Or what's my love like? If I get those questions, I'm going to scroll right through, okay? All right, here we go. What's the energy regarding my move and new job? Okay, well, I got, wow, woo, lots of 8s. Mama likes 8s. I feel like you're worrying too much about it and it's causing you some physical discomfort. So that might be showing up. It feels to me more like your head or your headache or even your eyes. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like you're stressing out way too much about it. But that also feels like that's one of your coping mechanisms. That's how you deal with things, is through anxiety and stress. So I feel like this is what in regards to that, it's not as specific. Let me see if I can pull one more card and see if I can get more specific. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's gonna go better than you're anticipating, but you're worrying about it way too much. Okay, I do feel like it was a good decision and a good choice. So if you're questioning whether you made the right choice or decision, yes, I want to say that. But I also want to say that you're going to need to give yourself some time to kind of ease into it, because you're going to kind of be the one, I got to be blunt here, you're kind of going to be the one that's actually going to cause it to kind of put, because you're so worried about it and you're so cerebral about it and that's where your energy is focused on. So it feels like more like you're focusing more on the concerns of it being bad or the what ifs versus what's actually happening. So if you can just concentrate and focus and put your energy on what's the reality of the situation is, you're going to be fine. You won't slow down anything in terms of flow or direction, okay? But I feel like it's good. You made the right decision, but you're the one that can make it kind of like screwy, okay? Sorry for being so blunt, but I tell it like it is. All right. Thank you, Emily. April's giving me the thumbs up. Woohoo! Let's see here. Here we go. Hilda, should I continue fighting for my current home or give up and move? Let's see. I keep coming back to I don't have a yes or no for you. So you're a person that actually needs to kind of figure this out on your own. Like that's kind of like the lesson that you need to be in right now. I will say that there is an element of luck or divine guidance in terms of this situation. So these are my cards. These are some of my cards just to show you what y'all, what I'm looking at. So I do feel like, okay, should I continue fighting for my current home or give up and move? I feel like what you're not doing is you're not connecting with yourself on this. And I know that that's not the answer you want to hear. I know actually what I'm about to say is going to disappoint you, which is you need to find the answer yourself. But the thing is that you are being so here, just like my other friend earlier, like just being so here. People, when everybody is here, they're not getting clarity here. So if you can maybe, and I know, well, I don't necessarily know, so I don't want to assume, but I'm pretty sure you have in the past done some sort of meditation. I feel like you need to meditate and then write out a list of reasons why you should and reasons why you shouldn't. Put that list away and then the next day read it again. And I feel like it'll resonate with you then, and that you will also, oh, the why exercise. Thanks, guys. The other thing I just got was that you need to find out, or it's called the why exercise. Typically you go deep, 5 whys deep until you get to the right answer or to the root of the answer. So you want to know, should I continue fighting for my current home or give up and move? What I would suggest is you write down, should I give up my current home, and then go, why would I want to give up my current home? You'll get that answer. Why would I do that? And then get that answer. So you're going 5 layers deep and you'll get your ultimate answer. I feel like once you are able to kind of work through this more, you're operating out of fear about this. So you're not even coming from the right place to even make the right decisions. So you need to make a shift in how you're observing and how you're being in this situation. That's the only information I get. And I apologize, I'm not getting a firm yes or no. Because I know you asked a question earlier, you are in a place right now where you are having to rely and depend on your own independent thought. And it's not an easy place for you to be because there's a sense that you're not trusting yourself. So here's an opportunity for you to maybe either take a risk or to deeper take a look at yourself and learn how to trust your own thoughts, your own feelings along those lines. Okay, so this is really more of a lesson in self-doubt and security. So I'm sorry that I can't necessarily give you that answer, okay? At least right now. Thanks for writing in, Hilda. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Joa. Okay, Cindy, feeling stuck in the state we live in, and my husband and I with developing our spiritual abilities. Hold on. Feeling stuck in the state we live in, and my husband and I with developing our spiritual abilities? Girl, I do not understand that question. Feeling stuck in the state we live in. Is that like the actual state, like Omaha? Or is it like mind state? And my husband and I with developing our spiritual abilities. Are you guys saying that you guys are stuck in terms of developing your spiritual abilities? I really need more clarity on that question, so unfortunately I have to skip it because I'm not able to really look into that. I apologize, Cindy. If you want to write in and if I can get to it, I'd be happy to readdress it. You're welcome, Abria. Oh, Diana, thank you. Joa, go ahead and write in a more detailed question and I can go ahead and answer, but that's a little bit too vague, okay? Okay, hey, Jennifer. April, thank you. I appreciate it. Catherine, just got home and so glad I'm catching you. Woo, woo. Thanks, Catherine. Good to see you too. Wow. All right. Okay, I'm not doing mediumship readings, okay? Just want to let you know that. But I do want to answer this question for Misty. Today's my dad's birthday. He died April 7th. I think he's with me today. Any feelings? First of all, what I want to say to you, and again, I'm not doing mediumship readings tonight. I don't do mediumship readings in lives. Those are only done private, one-on-one, or in gallery group, like crowd readings. But Misty, if you feel your dad is around, your dad is around, okay? There's certain things, certain maybe, I don't know if I want to call them triggers, but certain intuitions, certain inspirations that will just magically pop up about our loved ones. And if those things could be a song, it could be a color, it could be a jacket someone is wearing. If it triggers a thought about your loved one, then yes, they are with you, because they'll do sneaky little things like plant them around you, or just so you can notice, so you think about them. Okay, Misty, if you want to have a relationship with your dad now, you totally can. Just because he's not wearing his earth suit does not mean you can't have a relationship with him. It'll be a little bit different, obviously, but you can still have a relationship with him, okay? You can talk to him. You can ask him to come around. And I have no doubt that if you're feeling that he's with you, that he's with you. So hopefully that gives you some sort of comfort. So that's awesome. Good on you, Misty. Diana, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I tell you, Diana knows how to talk to a Leo, because every time she like compliments me, my head goes, poof, poof, poof. Thank you. Thanks, Diana. Oh, I'm scrolling up. You're welcome, Joa. Let's see. Nice to meet you. It's 4:40 a.m. in Scotland. Scotland and the hizzy. Scotland and Pakistan, yo. If you want to write in a question, please feel free to do that. Emily, you're welcome. Okay. Whoa, wait. Catherine, if you're doing readings, would love to know. I am doing readings, so let's do this. Thinking of making a big move across the country for potential new job with some great guys. Any insight? First thing I have to say is I feel that expansion. Remember when I told you guys earlier about when you follow your gut instinct, whether you feel a squeeze or an expansion? I feel an expansion, and I feel it in my heart with this one, not just my gut. This one feels like it's a heart. This one feels like, and I'm getting the chills on this, this is more than just a move for a job for you. This is a life change. This is a chance for you to have a clean slate, it feels like. And I don't want to get too mushy-gushy on you, but I feel like this is an opportunity for you to have a reboot in your life. I do feel like there is some heartache or some sadness that is still residual, and I feel like this is going to be a really great opportunity for you to do that. Now, ultimately, you have to make your own decision. You have to be the one to say yes or no. You have to be the one to pack your car and drive across the country. But what I can tell you is my initial impression is this expansion, that this is a huge thing for you. It's life-changing. This is not just for a job. Especially if you are wanting to have some sort of a relationship or emotional connection with someone. I do feel very drawn to that. So you'll have to let me know if you actually do it and what the outcome is. And just know that if you do it and you do go for it, I support you 1,000%. And I'm sending you a ton of love and smooches and giggles, because I personally feel, for whatever it's worth, I feel like it's a good decision for you. Okay, my friend? Perfect. Let's see here. Natalie, okay, thanks. Will be less general. Yes, spot on. Last few days, breathing issues. I did have divine intervention on the emotional weight has been carrying lifted. You're awesome. Okay. Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that your breathing has gotten better. It was just, I was feeling like a little like, there also could be an aspect of being smothered. Having too much responsibility also feels like there's too much, like the world is closing in on you, like, ah! So I'm glad you're feeling better. You're welcome. You're welcome, Emily. Hey, Kate. Nice to see you. You're welcome, Roxanne. Okay, here we go. Diana has another one. You're more than welcome to write in as many questions as you want. As I scroll, I'll take them. Let's see here. Diana, if I may ask, a new relationship or jobs, what do I need to know to secure the deal? Is the old man I've met good alignment for? I don't understand this question. If I may ask, new relationship, jobs, what do I need to know to secure the real deal? Is the old man I've met good alignment for? I don't understand this question. You'll have to forgive me. Go ahead and write it in a little bit more clear and I'll get it. Megan, hold on, let's see here. Terry, could you give me some advice about my current relationship? I'm at a crossroads and I can't seem to put my finger on why I don't want to marry him. Yes, Megan. Let's take a look at this. Yes. All right, let's see here. I'm going to pull on cards. Sometimes I do cards. Sometimes it just comes in and I just go with the flow. Just go with it. Just go with it. All right, let's see here. I wish I knew his name, but that's fine. I'm at a crossroad. Can't seem to be what. Oh, all right. Okay, my dear. Okay. So I am getting cards that he may not be the best match for you. Again, please know that whatever I say doesn't have to be set in stone, and that I'm not all-knowing and I'm not, you know, the end-all be-all, and I do make mistakes. So with this, what it feels to me is like this is a gentleman who bottles himself up a lot. And because he bottles himself up and doesn't share information with you, it feels like you need, like when, I don't know if you've ever read the book Love Languages. I haven't yet, but I've heard about people need love to receive love and to feel good and confident in different ways. And basically, he's not showing you love the way you need to be loved. And that's causing a rift in terms of your trust in him. That's what it feels like to me. And because he has a tendency to kind of like keep everything in, you don't really know what he's thinking and you don't really know what he's feeling. And ultimately, and it shows up in little tiny ways. It just feels like it's the smaller things that bug you versus the bigger things. You're really being called right now to look upon your actual needs, desires, and wants and to ask for them. So I don't feel comfortable saying yes, marry him or don't marry him. What I feel 100% comfortable and confident in telling you is you need to ask for what you need from this man before you make your decision, because it feels like you're not asking for what you need and for what you want. You need to get really authentic and honest with yourself and what your needs are, and you need to express them. Because I'm biased towards giving him the benefit of the doubt, because he may not know what exactly it is that you need or how you need to be loved. So that's what it feels like to me. I don't feel comfortable saying, yes, you should leave him, or no, you shouldn't leave him or marry him. But you do need to get really honest with yourself and really authentic. What is it that you need? And then ask him for it. So it's a two-pronged scenario, okay? So hopefully that helps. All right, here we go. Joe Maria Marino. Okay. Do you see any gifts on me? Are they active? Okay. I think what you're trying to say is, are you psychic or are you intuitive, and are they active? So first of all, I want to say yes, 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 yes. Everybody has intuition. Every human being. It is that spark of divinity. It is the wave and frequency of physics, not the matter and particle, which is the human body, right? So yes, 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 absolutely, you do have intuition. You may be detached from your intuition because maybe you think too much, or maybe you don't trust whatever it is that you say, but they are always active if you tap into them. So they're always there. It's like, hey, Joa, we're waiting for you to come out and play with us. And Joe is just like, no, 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 I got to make sure that this happens and this happens and this happens the way you want, the way you expect. So you might be living too much in the world of control, which is why you're not necessarily knowing or seeing that you have these gifts or talents, okay? But yes, everybody has gifts. You have gifts. And yes, they are active. You just have to tap into them, okay? I hope that helps. All right, Cindy. Oh, thank you for clarifying this question. Cindy is feeling stuck living in Texas. Is this slowing our spiritual development? Only if you let it. Only if you let it. The fact that you're feeling stuck does feel like a whole separate issue from developing your spirituality or your intuition. First of all, I have to say you're very blessed and lucky that you have a partner that will do this with you, okay? Because a lot of people are doing this on their own, and it's hard to really get the validation, feel comfortable, feel confident, to really truly trust all the information that comes to them, okay? The fact that you're feeling stuck, what that might be doing is energetically clogging up your law of attraction and manifestation potentials, but that doesn't mean you don't also have the ability to develop your spirituality, okay? And I'm one of these people that go rogue. I mean, for crying out loud, who uses Loteria cards to do readings? I don't know, right? So what you may want to do is there is always somebody who is like you out there. Okay, so maybe try a meetup group or something like that. Or if you hear of somebody, maybe there's a wellness center or something like that. Just start hanging out there, and eventually what will happen is you will find your tribe. It happens. It always happens because like attracts like. Plus, with the ascension going on in the world, light workers are literally coming out of the woodwork. You like that? Light workers coming out of the woodwork. So you will find your own. Things that you may want to do is you might want to increase your meditation. You might want to, take some online classes. Maybe there's some actual development classes. Maybe there's a crystal bookshop or a crystal store near you. Along those lines, just stay in the know, stay with the people. And it does come along, okay? But the fact that you're living in Texas feeling stuck will not stop you from your spiritual development. You will stop you from your spiritual development, okay? So just, the best suggestion that I could do is maybe compartmentalize the fact that you're feeling stuck in Texas versus this is what we want to do in terms of our spiritual development. There's some really great books out there. Great websites, all that fun sort of stuff. So, don't let that stop you. Okay. Great question, Cindy. Colleen, I got a ton from the last 2 readings. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I'm going to give you kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. Back at you, babe. Thank you. That's so sweet. Here we go. Okay, Tiffany Patton. I would love some current readings on starting my Ascension Coaching spiritual business. I've got no name, no logo, but I've got everything else. I've also got people interested in agricultural business too. I didn't expect, and it teaches me how to grow crops, small crops from profit, and really make some serious money for farms and homesteads. Oh, girl, that's awesome. First thing I'm going to say is if that's what's coming to you, go downstream. Make your life easier. Maybe gear yourself and your coaching, your spiritual coaching towards people who are doing, God, what did it say? Sorry about this. Agriculture. I mean, if those are the people that are coming to you, you want to make sure you are putting yourself constantly and consistently in win-win-win-win-win situations. So if these are the folks that are coming to you, then you want to make sure that those are the folks that you're kind of gearing yourselves towards. But I'm not saying you only have to do that, but just off the first thing, it's like go make it easy for yourself. So if that's kind of what you're finding you're attracting, maybe it would be a really good idea for you to sit and, because I'm seeing a lot of green, like I feel like your logo should be green, or even your name should have the word green in it or something like that. And again, that could be the influence of the agriculture, but also just think about it. Green is the color of heart, the heart chakra, which is all about, love and expansion and letting go and release so that you can get in. Money is the color green. Hello. I feel like you should start looking at some various fonts too, because I feel like one will pop out at you. No, I have no name, no logo, but you have everything else. No, you can't do that, guys. I was thinking, oh, go grab a couple of glasses of wine and then you'll figure it out. No, don't do that. You know, I do. So you need to get more grounding. Thank you. That's also why the green is coming up. And I think that's why agriculture is starting to come back. You're trying to I can't freaking talk. What I'm trying to communicate, hopefully in a way that you'll understand, is that it does feel like you need some more grounding, which is why you're attracting this agricultural type community. So, and I'm seeing like a lot of fairies, maybe mythical. So think along those lines. You know, like pagan-esque fairy. That's what's coming to me. But I do feel like you need to get out there and get grounded. And that will help you, because right now it does feel like you're a bit airy-fairy in a way with the fairies, which is why you're having a hard time, because you're living up there instead of living here. And so you need to get some grounding. You got to get your foot back on the ground, because what you're asking to do is more earth stuff versus soul stuff. So right now, if you're away with the soul and you're away with the fairies, you're not connecting to kind of the earth. So that might be something for you to do. Ground yourself and then look. But I'm feeling the colors green. I feel like mythical, you know, think Lord of the Rings style, think fairy, think enchantment, like in terms of a design. And maybe if you just come up with like a design first, then the name will come. But also, since you're so connected, why don't you ask your team? You know, just go, hey, Team Tiffany, can you guide me? What's my next step? I want to know what I need to do for the name. And then it'll show up. It'll show up for you, okay? But you're well on your path, so that's good. Oh, Tiffany, you're a double Leo. Holy shite. That's all I can say. Misty, you're so welcome. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Catherine's like, yay. Wow, Joa lives in Scotland, but she's Portuguese. I love that this is international. I'm just saying, because I feel like I'm traveling even though I'm in LA. Actually, West Hollywood. Is it LA? I don't know. Catherine, yes. Roxanne, Terry, should I continue to grow my business? Yes. I love when I don't have to pause and it just comes to me. Yes, yes, yes. You have to understand something about growing a business, and you have to understand something about entrepreneurship. It sucks at times. But the thing is, if you're doing something for other people and for their benefit, you are being of service. It's not always about us. We get so wrapped into it's about us. Roxanne, maybe you should write down, how would you help other people? How does it make you feel to have other people? How does it make you feel that your business can inspire other people? Yes, of course you should continue to grow your business. Of course, of course. And you know what? Maybe if for right now it slows down a little bit, that's fine, but you can't give up, because it's part of your self-expression and who you are. Just remember, you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for other people, okay? Okay. Just want to let you know, I'll probably take just a couple more questions and then I'll be heading out. Oh, I love Roxanne is replying to Catherine. Do it! Ow! That's awesome. Catherine, thank you. Shit. Okay, Catherine, thank you. I appreciate your support, and I also have the gut feeling that this is expansion. Oh, I love when I'm right on. Oh, and she'll update me in a couple weeks. Thank you, Catherine. I love when I'm on the same page as you guys. I really love that. Okay, Jennifer. Will the issues I'm having with my parents resolve soon? The issues I'm having with my parents. Girl, you are being called for independence. Oy, I'm so sorry, because I got to tell you, I went through a really hard time with that. And it was one of the hardest periods of my life, separating myself, realizing that I am not my family and I don't have to be like them, think like them, eat like them, the whole thing like them. I will tell you that I'm getting really great cards about your situation. It does require travel, but not necessarily physical travel, but you do get ultimately good outcomes, and there is a lot of love that does come. You need to right now, I always get this wrong, beat to your own drum. Is it drum to your own beat or beat to your own drum? You need to stay in your uniqueness and your trust, because it does feel like you've made a discovery. I'm not like them. okay? Which is huge and terrifying all at the same time, okay? So I gotta say, please keep that within you. Please keep that within you, because that's going to be the spark of fire, and that's going to give you your courage to continue moving. It's a bit bumpy for a little bit. It does feel like probably more towards holiday time or like January-ish, where you'll feel more settled and you'll feel like you have a bit more of your footing by then, where you'll be able to communicate with them from a much stronger place. So I do feel there are still some kind of like rough patches that are going on, but I feel like I want to say I'm so proud of you for like looking and feeling and knowing that you are not them. It's one of the hardest things that we could do, because these are the people that, I mean, that can love us and nurture us, and they've been there since the beginning, you know? So just know that you're on the right track. You're doing well. I feel like you'll feel better and the issues would resolve more towards the end of the year and the beginning of the year, okay? So hopefully that's okay. You might want it sooner. And again, I can be wrong. I could be wrong. So there you go, Jennifer. You're welcome, Megan. Okay, Hilda, thank you. Yes, I didn't like that I have to trust myself, LOL. Will meditate as advised. You are spot on, girl. You're impressive. Oh, thank you, Hilda. Thank you so much. Here we go. This is going to be the last question. Diana's last question. What do I need to do to secure a high-paying job? What am I missing? Is the old man I've met a good person for me to have a relationship with? And if so, what capacity? Okay, first of all, this is what I'm gonna say. In terms of the old man, there's something that's not settling right with me about this. I'm not sure how you're defining relationship, because you don't even know. That's the thing, is like there's so much vagueness in this, and the problem is the universe does not like vagueness, so they'll just continue giving you situations to confirm and affirm vagueness. So in terms of that, you have to get really clear with what it is you would want from this old man, and then see if he fits it. So that's kind of like an exercise to do. What is it that I want from this old man, and does he fit into that? Okay, because it just feels like you're really vague with that, so you're not going to get the answer that you want, because you're all over the place with that. In regards to your high-paying job, what do I need to secure a high-paying job? What am I missing? Let me see if I can pull something on that, because that almost feels like it's a timing issue. Okay, what is this? You know, it almost feels like you're too attached to getting it. And you're being a little too dreamy about it. Ooh, I'm sorry to say that. You're not being pragmatic enough about it. It feels like you're like too out there on it. What do I mean by that? Stand by, because it almost, oh, this is what it feels like. Oh my God, you're going to hate me. Shit. All right, I give what I get. Whew, whew. You need to take a job right now. Any freaking job that isn't a business type situation. Not like an over-the-counter job like at the mall. This has to be like an office type situation, because it feels like you need to get back into that environment, and it feels like that is what needs to be done. It feels like there's a sense, and please forgive me for saying this, that your expectations of what you think you could get and the reality of what you can get are not matching. Okay, so there needs to be some reality kind of coming back into your head about it, if that's the direction you want to go. If that's not the direction you want to go, that's fine. But there's a belief system going on with you that you don't deserve it, that you need to also explore. And that's kind of what's coming up. It does feel like there's a fear, like what if I actually have to do this again? And it's like you're resisting yourself along those lines. That's why it feels to me, just get in there to any office job right now. work through that resistance of I don't want this, I don't want this, and then the right high-paying job comes, because it feels like almost like you got to kind of start over. I don't like saying that, okay? I got to tell you, I'm really uncomfortable saying that. It makes my heart kind of sad, but there's some aspect that you are resisting it because you haven't been in it in a while, so it's like you need it. Just to get back into the swing of things. And this is aside and different from like a job at the mall or, you know, anything else that isn't office oriented. Because I feel like once you get in there office oriented, you know, then it feels like you just come together more energetically. It's like you kind of get over yourself. So I do apologize for saying that. I know it's not the nicest thing to hear, but that's what it feels like it's coming up. So yeah, so I just want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. If you're interested in any private readings, I do private readings. Here's my information. Do you like this little makeshift piece of paper? It's so silly. But I do private readings in which you would get more attention and more time than here on these, you know, these quickie one-off readings. So thank you guys so much. I really enjoy having you here. I hope I've been able to be helpful. And I hope you have a really great evening. Bye, guys.